On this episode of Sally's Beach Shop, we throw together our 67 Cadillac convertible on 39.5-inch tires and take it to the Death Wish Mud Buggy adventure up in Tennessee. And we have no idea if it even runs or drives. Yep, it should go real great. I've embraced my inner Florida man, and this is what's on my trailer. Oh my goodness. That is a 1967 Cadillac on a K10 chassis, and it's got a small block Chevy, turbo 350, four-wheel drive. It's on 10-bolt axles. 10-bolt axles with 39.5-inch Super Swampers. What a glorious creation. Alrighty guys, well, things are getting interesting here at Sally's Speed Shop. We got the entire shop structure up, which is a big deal. But now we're gonna take a break from that and build the Cadillac, because we have an adventure in 4 days, which means we have 3 days to build this entire car.
We got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Make it Smokey and the Bandit references, I like it. Apparently the last time this vehicle was registered was 2008. Granted, it was in stock Cadillac form with the original Cadillac V8. And, rear floor's in great shape. Look at those seatbelts would do a ton for you in the event of a wreck.
You fly out of the car with the seatbelts.
He's doing pretty good. This is not the right thing to fall on. Look at it. It's amazing. Mad Max would be jealous of this rig. As it is day 2 on the Cadillac build, and we have pretty much everything left to do. Yeah, we were looking at our list last night, and we didn't get to cross even one thing off. That's not good. Cadillac, what were you doing? This is how it should have come. That is cool. So I'm working on getting the new gears installed on the Carrier. Got 456 ring and pinion.
Right on schedule.
Oh yeah, and yeah, no sleep. And probably no sleep tonight too. Yeah, it's good. Looks like we're not gonna make it to the event. For some reason, the gear set that we bought just would not work with our rear end housing. I mean, it just, no matter what we did, it was always binding, it won't spin freely, and yeah, we didn't get it done. It's a huge bummer. This thing fought us tooth and nail all day. We got everything else done on the car, essentially, other than the gears, and as a result, we can't roll the car. We can't drive the car. It's just here dead in the water, and that's a huge bummer because we put in a lot of work, a lot of time, lost a lot of sleep, and we're missing out on a good time up in Tennessee at the Death Wish Mud Buggy adventure, but maybe we can cobble it together enough tomorrow or something to see if we can get up there. If not, though, it's time to clean the shop because it is a complete and total disaster in here. Shop's not even done and we already ruined it. So it's another day and it's already well into the afternoon, but we got a new plan. We're just gonna get the rear axle thrown back together with the old gears so that we can drive around on the old axle at least, and then we're gonna give this thing a tune-up, drag it over to my buddy Taylor's house, weld on it, and then get down there either tonight or early in the morning and hang out with everybody. Should work.
I was not supposed to be on video.
We brought in some expert help so we could get this car finished up. Moby's here, ready to get started. Cocking his head to the side like he knows what's going on. Here's what we're dealing with. So this was the 456 gear that we were going to put in the rear end, but obviously we've taken that out now because it's sitting right here. Well, this is the old, I don't even know what gear, out of the front differential, because the one out of the rear is super worn to the point where it's actually about half the thickness that it's supposed to be, which is not good. So I'm going to throw the front ring on the rear Carrier and put it in the car, and then probably figure out which pinion I'm going to use. This is the rear pinion, but it's pretty eaten up because of that other gear, so I'll probably use that one that's sitting in that bucket right there. Bunch of mismatched hodgepodge parts. Anyway, let's get after it. Oh man. Sometimes you gotta get creative and use a monkey wrench against your concrete floor. And a ratchet with a cheater pipe, whatever you want to call it. Just make it work. Get off of there. Why are bolt-in parts never truly bolt in? The blocks inside our mini spool are a little too wide, so they hit the axles before they actually go into place where they're supposed to be. So I gotta take a death wheel with these brand new parts. Yep, that's how it goes all the time.
I think that might just do the trick.
Check it out, we have a working rear end. Granted, it's the original gears that we started with, so all this was pointless, but at least there is a mini spool in there. Longest mini spool install ever. But we can at least drive it. That counts for something. It's officially a roller again. Got the small front runners on it so we can get it up on the trailer, because the big ones don't clear the fenders. Got the winch hooked up. We're about to load this sucker up, take it and do some welding. Because we don't have power and welders and stuff over here yet. Soon though, soon. Well, there we go. Got it loaded up on the trailer. Gonna drag it over to my buddy Taylor Hull's shop and weld on it a little bit. But, you know, it'll be fine. That's not going anywhere. I figured while I was out and about, I might as well put some gas in the beast. And yes, I'm standing on top of the tire, up on the trailer, so I'm like a good 10 feet up in the air. This thing is a monster. There we go, filling her up. So I just got to Taylor's shop. You never know what you're gonna find here. Just picked up this Legends car. Thing is rad. You got JJ's Trans Am drift car over there. Roadrunner in the corner. That's gonna be a Superbird clone. And of course, Stonewall. With the nice ka-chow going on there. Looking like Lightning McQueen up on the lift. Yeah, this thing's got a pretty special heart in it. You see that? Evernham Performance and Parts? Yep, that'd be a cup motor. Oh man, R5 out of a stock car in a Plymouth Duster. How cool is that? Anyway, gotta move this Legends car out of the way so I can bring this in here and start welding on it. Yeah, buddy.
It's time to do some welding on this thing, and the first thing is to actually tie the Cadillac frame to the K10 frame. And to do so, I'm reusing some pieces of the Jeep roll bar. Yeah! Recycling at its finest. It's good for the environment, this car. Let's see what I can do here. That wasn't pretty. It's really nice to be able to stand through the floor. Some people might look at that as a negative, but everything's got a bright side.
I am sweating like crazy, but we're making progress. Woo! So the man who owns the shop finally showed up and started helping me build the car. So we're making a harness bar real quick for the thing. That way we don't die when it rolls over. And there we go. There's the harness bar mocked up into place. Gotta grind the paint off this roll bar and burn her in. Then we'll be at least mildly safe. And don't mind that down there. We need to throw some street signs down here. Self-tapper screws, some street signs, the floor would be fixed. Alrighty, well everything's welded up. Thanks to the help from Taylor here. let me use his shop and his welder, because my shop isn't finished yet. But the car is actually tied into the K10 chassis now. I mean, it's not pretty, but it'll work. It's got a harness bar in it. I welded on some new light tabs because you gotta have your hello lights on top too. Overall, we're doing pretty well.
That's more important than it running.
Yeah, the lights up top are more important than it running. Don't ignore the fact that we haven't given the engine a tune-up the entire time. It ran when we started, right?
Right, so it'll definitely run now after you've cut all the wiring out of it.
Yep, that's how it works. Anyway, thanks, man.
No problem, have fun.
I'm trying to. All right, so we're here at the shop, and we were going to check for spark, and we hit the ignition, and this happened. That's not normal. So something's wired a little wrong, so I'm gonna find it real quick and see if we can fix that. We've been working away, fixing some wiring issues on this car. I think the MSD box just kind of all of a sudden died on us and was sending power all kinds of weird places. So we bypassed it, and in theory, she'll fire up and run now. Let's see. She runs. Yeah, buddy. It has been 3 or 4 days of utter debacles and a whole lot of thrashing to get this thing at least moderately ready to do something. Not quite sure what. But I think it's ready to run and drive.
2-wheel drive off-roading.
Hey, capture something.
Yeah,
Let's go for it.
Cadillac style.
Oh, there's horns, but I almost sat on them.
Oh, that would be painful.
That would have been quite unpleasant. Well, there we go. It loaded itself on the trailer this time. That's a big improvement.
That's impressive, actually.
It is 5 a.m. on the dot, and we are finally ready to go. Got the truck hooked up to the trailer with the Caddy on it, and we're going to hit the road for Tennessee. We should be there between 9 and 10 a.m. 2 days late, but still, we're getting there early-ish in the morning, so I'm going to call it fashionably late. And I'd say it's pretty fashionable with what's on the trailer right now. Anyway, time to hit the road. We're officially on the road to Tennessee. Next stop, Windrock Off-Road Park, with a car that only has 2-wheel drive. What could go wrong? Oh, and the only test drive was 30 feet up onto the trailer. Yep, should go real well. Looks like we made it. I see a lifted Volvo station wagon. That's a good sign. Oh, and check that out. What a lineup. This is ridiculous. How do we get ourselves into this kind of junk? Alrighty, so we made it to Windrock Off-Road Park up here in Tennessee, and got here 7 minutes before the driver's meeting started. Not too bad. So we're gonna get the Cadillac off the trailer, drive it over there, and say hello to everybody. That's a win. We're here. Best Volvo wagon ever. Oh, and you know, just a 3rd gen Charger in the background. This is amazing. Meanwhile, we're trying to fix our brakes because we don't have any, and that's sketchy. So, yep. How's that coming?
Oh, it's coming along.
You need some help because you look like you're struggling.
No.
Get a hammer. No, just no. Use a hammer like this.
Are you filming you being mean to your dad? Exactly. What I said.
All right, swapping a caliper in the parking lot with 10 minutes to spare. If that, I don't even know. It'll be fine. So, we just installed and bled a brand new caliper on our Cadillac in like 10 minutes here in the parking lot. Now, in theory, we have brakes. That should help. What a beast. You see that switch? Well, I just added that because I wanted a cigarette outlet to charge everything. Ha! We're getting fancy over here, man. It's funny when something this huge looks small. That van is a monster. You got Stealth Performance products, Nitro Gear and Axle. I don't know who. I also don't know who. And then you got Revs Diesel Performance. The Volvo, though, I mean, I'm a sucker for a station wagon. What did you do, Josh? Our brakes hardly. Oh, that was intimate. Our brakes hardly work, but you know it's all downhill, so that's perfect. Yep. This is one of the stupider things I've been a part of.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is the guy behind all this madness, by the way, Josh Mazerol, Vague Industries on Instagram. If you don't already know him, you should follow him because he does some wild stuff. I mean, look what he put together. Insanity.
Don't forget to check us out for daily content on Instagram at Jacob Ross Davis and the shop page at Sally Speed Shop. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.